Welcome back to my reviews of my favorite Transformers cartoon ever, Beast Wars! In today's review, we're taking a look at the episode Before the Storm. In this episode, the Maximals and Predacons call a ceasefire as they both prepare for the upcoming Season 1 finale, which will change the Beast Wars forever. We begin with Megatron having a nap in his chair like an old man. Seriously, Megatron, turn off the TV and go to bed. Although his chair does seem to have speakers built into it, so maybe Megatron is a pro gamer and he just fell asleep after a long night of playing Fortnite or Minecraft or whatever it is the kids play these days. In Megatron's room, we can spot a number of Easter eggs and things scattered around. We can see Megatron's hot tub to the side. There's also a framed picture of himself in his Cybertronian form hung on the wall. After Inferno retrieves the alien disc for Megatron, we can spot even more secrets in his room. It looks like Megatron has 3 copies of his tail weapon. He also has pictures of both his robot mode head and his T-Rex head stenciled onto the door. And later in the episode, we see a collection of things on his shelves, including a bowling pin, a trophy of some kind, Starscream's head, and Megatron's fusion cannon. The later 2, I'm assuming, are replicas, unless somehow Beast Megatron managed to secure Starscream's head and his namesake's signature weapon prior to the Beast Wars. But I'm just going to assume that these are replicas. I guess that means that Megatron's a toy collector too. There's also yet another picture of himself on the top shelf. Man, Megatron really is narcissistic, isn't he? Megatron then requests a meeting with Optimus Primal.
What makes you think I'd agree to that?
Because what I wish to discuss is a truce.
When Predacons talk truce, it just means they need time to reload their weapons.
Under normal circumstances, yes.
Do you take me for a fool?
No, I take you for a Maximal.
I cannot believe you agreed to this.
What could I do? He was right. I'm a Maximal. I have to give peace a chance, no matter how unlikely it seems.
So the Maximals have to play mental chess to find out what Megatron is up to without violating the terms of the truce. Meanwhile, Tarantulas is making plans of his own. By the way, I never noticed this evil-looking black repaint of Rat Trap in the corner here. This thing is super creepy. I kind of want to jump on a chair and grab the hem of my skirt just looking at this thing. Also, I know this is probably just supposed to be a normal rat, but now I kind of want to retcon this to be a new Predacon character and a possible repaint of Rat Trap. Maybe Hasbro could make a 2-pack with it and that cute white mouse from the episode Victory. So yes, Tarantula steals a transwarp cell from the Predacon ship and escapes. But Megatron is playing his own game, as he sends Black Arachnia to interfere with Tarantulas' scheme. Rat Trap and Air attempt to infiltrate the Predacon base, while we see Megatron brushing his T-Rex head's teeth. Megatron is in this stripped-down mode throughout this episode, and it was homaged in his Masterpiece toy, toothbrush and everything.
Oh, and Air.
Yes?
Please take that vermin with you.
So you failed.
Absolutely. Completely.
But this was all a diversion so that Tigatron could sneak into the Predacon base undetected.
Computer, access the transwarp cell. Megatron voice code ATT override.
ATT is actually a nod to the old news group Alt Toys Transformers, which was a big part of the early Transformers fandom back in the day. Inside the dark side, Tigatron hacks into the Predacon computer and enters the digital world. No, not that digital world.
I come from the net, through systems, peoples, and cities.
No, not that digital world either.
This isn't real. What is real?
No, I mean...
You have to transform. You've got to understand, none of this is real. I know! It's totally unreal!
Alright, forget it. Let's just move on, shall we? So, Tigatron solves this Megatron head-shaped Rubik's Cube puzzle, which I believe actually came with his masterpiece toy. Although, I would love a human-sized version of it myself. Tigatron finds the info that he was looking for, but Terrorsaur catches him. Tigatron escapes, and the Maximals fight the Predacons without using their weapons. Man, the censors must have been really happy with this episode, what with the Predacons falling for a series of Looney Tunes style gags.
Living with D-E-S-N-P. Oh, it's fun to play in a non-violent way. Yeah!
And so, once they're safely back at home, Tigatron relays the information that he stole from the Predacons to his fellow Maximals.
The aliens, the ones who seeded this planet with energy, the ones who created that flying island that almost destroyed us, they're coming. They're on their way here. And I don't think they're very happy.
Well, that's just crime.
Well, this was a great episode of Beast Wars. The Transformers having a truce? I don't think something like that has happened in Transformers up to this point. Other than maybe the end of the second part of the return of Optimus Prime.
There will be no war today, Optimus Prime. You have earned Galvatron's respect.
But that truce must have lasted for like a day, because in the next episode, they were right back at it. I believe this episode is where Beast Wars really began to hit its stride. If you were turned off by the more inconsequential, story of the week style episodes for the most part of season 1, this is definitely where you should think about picking the show back up. Because from here on out, almost every episode in this show is connected in some way, each building on each other. Honestly, I think season 2 of Beast Wars is probably the best season of the whole show. Maybe even the best season in any Transformers cartoon. But we'll get to that in a couple weeks. For now, what about you? What did you think of this episode of Beast Wars? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you here next time for the Season 1 finale, Other Voices. So I'll see you back here next week for that.